Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Sun4U Radio. This is Rafidah, and we're gonna welcome a new host.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Well,
All right, stop laughing. Okay, my name is Zam. I'm the new host. A pleasure to be here.
So, what are you feeling being the new host? Excited? Nervous?
I am feeling weird. No, exactly. No,
Weird
hold
in a
on.
good way or a bad way?
In a good way, of course. I'm really excited, to be honest, and it's gonna be really fun talking with you.
Yeah, I mean, well, we know each other for like the beginning of the sem, so this is gonna be fun. So how's school recently? Is it stressful? I mean, it's mid-semester for us, so how's assignments and all?
Well, it is what it is. It's cool, like any other usual day. Not too stressing, not too much.
Really, it's not stressful for you?
Hey, what can I say? I'm a very relaxed guy, and I know how to.
Wait, teacher's not introducing CCT for you guys?
The what now?
CCT.
Oh yeah. Well, not yet, but I'm just taking the time to relax. Yeah.
2 of my classes have introduced CCT for us. So like it's kind of not say stressful, but like yeah, kinda in a way.
Well, good luck then. For me, I'm not yet, so I'm just taking my time, enjoying
Wait,
before
what
the
course?
study.
What course are you taking this semester?
Well, in CIMP, for this second semester, I'm taking international business, leadership, and the other one is world issues.
Ah, that's why. Okay, I think they will like introduce it. But wait, for international business, we already introduced CCT. Well, I think maybe yours is gonna be next week. So,
Different issues as well.
anyways, we're gonna talk about traveling.
Wow.
So, well, have you traveled before?
Yes, I've traveled around the world. Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 2.
2.
Yeah.
You say around the world sounded like you actually travel a lot of places and you just travel 2.
Well, not around the world, just like a quarter.
A quarter? What do you mean by a quarter?
A quarter.
A quarter. Okay,
quarter.
okay.
Don't make me speak British here, okay?
Okay, fine. We'll see. And that 2 country. What are the 2 countries actually?
Indonesia and Korea. South Korea. Not North.
Okay. Obviously, I mean, yeah.
You're cool though.
For me, I don't remember. I think I traveled. Wait, let me count.
Okay.
1, 2. I think less than 4.
Less than 4.
I've been to Japan. I've been to Bangladesh. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to what's it called? Myanmar. Is it?
Myanmar?
Yeah, I think so. It's because of like my parents' business trip. I follow them. Yeah, so I think that's the only places that I've been outside of Malaysia. But within Malaysia, it's only Sarawak.
Really? In Malaysia? I've been everywhere in Malaysia, man. Everywhere. Road trip, sea trip, air trip. I mean, airplanes. I don't know how to say it like that. But anyway, I've been every corner in Malaysia.
Really?
Yeah, since I was young. They like to take us in, like, some for business trips, some for family gatherings, some...
Oh yeah. I think I've been to Malacca before, but it's all like school trips. Yeah,
the off-school trips often do that.
Yeah.
What's the most recent countries you've been to?
Most recent country, like outside Malaysia?
Yep.
Outside Malaysia, before the pandemic, I went to Bangladesh, which is like my father's hometown.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the country that the last I've been to before the pandemic.
When was that?
January 2020. It's either December 2019 or beginning of 2020. It was before COVID is a big thing.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, my dad. Before COVID as well, actually.
Yeah.
We were planning to like go. Okay, the last time we went was Indonesia, which is like 3 years ago, specifically in Yogyakarta.
Oh, Yogyakarta. Oh, Yogyakarta.
Yogya.
Yeah,
Some
I've been
people
there.
say. You've been there?
Yeah.
It's awesome, isn't it? Well, the food is great, but
The food is good, but like I didn't get to experience I didn't get to have the full experience because like I go there just to I guess follow my mom for a business trip. But other than that, I didn't really get to have the full experience. But do you?
oh, I do have the full
Oh,
experience.
how is it?
We have this a friend. I think it's a friend of my dad. He's a local guy, and we went everywhere. Even like most locals won't know it, which is weird. But that's why it's great to have someone on local, because he brought us everywhere in Yogyakarta, like the best place to eat, a special beach, like private beach, and then like in the forest, the buildings, people's homes, all the authentic experience you could get. You can't get that on a travel package.
Yeah, I mean, whoa, you're lucky you can get to experience all this, man. Well, oh, you're so lucky. I mean, other than that, like, what's your favorite food in Yogyakarta?
Oh, one of my favorite is I think it's in a lot in Indonesia as well. It doesn't have to be in Yogyakarta, but one of the places I've been is in a restaurant. They sell like this fried chicken. They call it ayam kampung goreng, which is basically village chicken. Village fried chicken.
Oh, that's the best.
And it's so different. At first I was like, what's the difference, right? It's fried chicken. I mean, it's good, but what's the difference about it? But when I try it, I'm telling you, it blows my mind.
It's like you're on another universe.
Exactly. It's like it's so good. So if you guys ever went to Yogyakarta or any part of Indonesia, you have to try the village fried chicken.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to try. Yeah.
Oh, and their rice, like, what's it called? Ayam penyet, is it?
Ayam penyet. Yeah, it's sort of ayam penyet, but they don't say it like ayam penyet. It's just like ayam goreng with ulam. Basically means fried chicken with vegetables.
But my favorite thing is soto. Okay, look, I might sound boring, but I love soto. I sound like a kid or a grandma. I don't really care, but like...
No, you don't. You sound like my dad.
Okay. But soto is the best. Like, we have like a maid at home, and like she always makes soto, and it's the best thing.
The best. Oh my god, I want to try.
I love soto, man. Like, even when you say like that ayam, what's it called? The ayam kampung goreng.
Yeah.
We did it. Like, my maid also cooked it for us too. So like I might not get the same taste as you when you were in Jogja, but like, I can understand. It's the best of the best. Indonesian food is really good.
Oh, man.
Don't get me wrong, Malaysian food is good, but Indonesian food,
it's like another league.
It's on another level.
Another level. That's what I like about this region, in Southeast Asia. Speaking of favorites in the regions, what countries do you like the most that you visited?
My favorite country that Japan. Japan.
Wow, where specifically?
Oh, because the last time I went to Japan is when I was a child. So I think we went to Tokyo and other places too. But the one thing that I remember the most is I went to Disneyland. Oh, that is like...
Disneyland.
This is like kids' heaven, bro.
It is a heaven for kids.
It's like the best of the best. I love Disneyland. But like the only memory that I had is, especially thanks to like the pictures that my parents have captured, is when I meet all those like characters. But like when you see the picture when I was in there, I look scared because they look scary. Honestly, they look scary. But the thing that I enjoy the most is like what's it called? One thing I remember, I went to like the Buzz Lightyear. You know the Toy Story? There's one section that is like all Toy Story and all. And I was like a fan of Toy Story.
Oh, that's a good
I was
movie.
Crazy that time. But you, how about you? What's like your favorite country or like favorite moments?
Well, it happened recently. I wasn't a child back then. I still remember quite detail. So, it was a few years back. I think in December 2017, I went to Korea, South Korea. Now, hear me out. I even though I never been to a lot of places, but that country is the first country like really, really foreign. Because if you go to somewhere like Indonesia or Singapore, you can still feel the similarities. Same people, culture, kind of. You can still speak the language. But when I go to South Korea, it's really different. Like I have nothing at all. But what makes it my favorite is that, well, the weather, of course, it's cold, okay? It's my first time experiencing winter, and I was like so happy.
Is there snow?
There was snow. I went to like Seoul, and then we traveled around like in north regions of South Korea. Not North Korea.
South Korea.
Like the mountains. I forgot what's his name. Like, it's so difficult to pronounce it, but we went to a ski resort, and then we went on skiing. And I suck at skiing. I almost broke my leg.
Okay. I mean, did you injure it anywhere?
Yeah, of course. Like, when I fell down from skiing, I was so happy. I didn't even realize the pain. No. My legs are literally bended.
Oh my God. Are you that happy?
Yeah, I was on cloud nine. It was like a dream. It was like, it was snow falling as well. Yeah. Like there's thick snow. I could literally throw Snow White, my brother.
Oh wow.
Now here's the thing.
Okay.
There's a different type of snow. It's not all of them is like fluffy snow. Some of them are really solid. Some of them just like ice. I was a kid back then. I didn't know better, so I just took one block of ice and threw it to my brother, thinking it was snow, and he got super mad of it.
Oh whoa! But like, other than ski, what's the other things that you like in Korea? Like food, culture.
Culture, I couldn't say much because I didn't really interact with the people. But the food is amazing. Korean foods are really good.
Yes. What's your favorite Korean food?
There's this. I'm not sure about the name, but I'm sure you do. It's like a pot, and then there's like tofu,
sundubuchige.
Jjigae, yeah.
Oh, that's the with rice, with hot rice.
But I ate it with grilled fish and spicy squid.
Oh my god!
It's really good.
I'm so jealous with you right now.
And you know what? It's not a big place at all. The best part is that one of the guides, he's a Malaysian, but he's been in Korea for a while. So he took us to this one alley, this like small store in like Korea, and somewhere in Seoul, this alley you can't even find it. And then we just sat down in the middle of this random store. We didn't think much. There wasn't a lot of people, but then the food they gave us, it's like, oh my god.
One thing that I really like about Korean culture, even though I never been to Korean before, but they're so nice. They're very kind.
Very, very, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They keep giving and giving and giving.
Yeah, the thing is, they give you would, like, back home, it would feel like someone's trying to give you, but in Korea, it's like almost ordinary.
Yeah, I guess it's like a culture thing there.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Well, right now we're gonna go for a break. So hope you enjoy the music, and we will come back soon.
Yay! Hey people, now we're back from the music break. I'm Zam and...
This is Rafidah.
Right. Now, before the break, we were talking about our experience in our favorite countries. Yours is Japan, mine is Korea. And great food, great Disneyland, all that stuff. So let's talk more about our experience. All of the countries we visited. What about you? Other than Japan, how's your experience?
Experiences, look, I mean, like, it's not okay. I don't want to say that it's like a bad experience. It's maybe because of like culture shock. That's it. Because in Malaysia, it's different culture than other countries. So that's why like I don't want to count it as like a bad experience. But so basically, when I go to Bangladesh and because the first time I went, I don't really get the full experience because I was just a kid.
Yeah.
But when I get the full experience, it was the last time and the second and the last time I went before COVID. It was nice. I get to see my father's family. I get to see my grandma. It's been a long time ever since I see her. I get to see my uncle. But the thing is, people there, I think they are too welcoming.
Too welcoming.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't really get the privacy that I needed. That's why I didn't really get a good experience. That is for me because, well, like I guess people get excited. So like my parents, they are, not say they're quite famous, but in there, I think my father is quite like known in Bangladesh.
With a quite high status as well.
Yeah, that's why. And that's why there's so many people that like, when we just reach to my dad's hometown, it's so crowded. And I can understand how like the celebrities, the artists feels like.
Really? Were they like surrounding you?
Yeah, it's so crowded.
Crowded as in they were like just for you?
Yeah, just for my family. And so, okay, look, my father is quite known, but like there is TV people came and record us, and that moment I felt a bit more uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah, that's
because I'm like, oh my god, because I just came from the airport. I don't look good. I was with my hoodie. I just wake up. I slept in the car for like 2 hours because the distance from the airport to my dad's hometown is like 2 hours.
Wow.
So I slept in the car for 2 hours. I wake up to this. So it's like the people there are good. They treat you really nice. The food is good. But it's just the one thing that I am not comfortable with is just that there's so many people around and I can't handle it. And I mean,
you must be the princess in Bangladesh, huh? No?
I mean, you could say that, but because I guess I'm not used to this kind of treatment, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Understandable.
But
yeah.
I'm not saying that like, oh, Bangladesh is a bad country. No, it's a good country. It's really a good country. You should try their food. Their food is quite good.
Oh,
it depends on the places where you...
Right,
yeah.
because different places, different people, right?
The food is good. The people, they're amazing.
Oh.
But the hospitality also quite good. It's just the experience that I had just makes me quite scared.
It's very unique to you.
Yeah, it's quite unique. But how about you though?
Me?
Yeah.
In Bangladesh?
I mean,
Well, I can say they all treat me very nicely though. When I came to the airport, they came up to me like I'm
yeah. I mean, not in Bangladesh. I mean, as in the country. Oh my
in
gosh.
country. Oh,
yeah, as in like countries that you have visited, like any experiences, good or bad, or any experiences.
Good. I can only say good experience, to be honest. It's not like I stay long inside one country, you know. Usually I stay like a week at most in another country, which is only 2 countries I've been to. but I can safely say so far it's all good experience. Well, if I have to say one bad thing in Korea, it's obviously the language barrier. No, that's very common, very big problem in all of us, you know. I feel like everyone can relate with this, especially like, you know, even now students from international students, when they came to Sunway College, Sunway University, the language barrier is a big problem. I mean, they all speak English, but I feel like some of the students can relate, you know, speaking a language. Now, that's one thing, you know, because it's really hard to get things done and be alone. Let's say if you're in a foreign country. For example, I was in Korea, you know, I don't speak Korean at all. So one time I split from my family. So I'm just walking around the streets, you know, and I need to go to the bathroom. So, and yeah, I had to ask. I have to ask the locals. You know, I went around like shops and stuff to a convenience store. I asked the person like, "Hey, do you speak English? Do you know where the toilet is?" But they really find it hard to understand. And it took me like 30 minutes to ask one guy who knows English
to go to the toilet.
Yeah, to go to the toilet.
So how did you hold it?
I swear to God, I do not know how, but that was the longest time I've held.
Yeah,
before I go to the toilet. And like, oh man, but they're really kind, you know, they're trying their best and stuff. And in a way, I feel like I'm an alien for the first time. Now I know how it feels because all my life I've been in a country or been to countries or places that speak my language or at least understand English. But for a country where, I mean, a lot of Koreans speak English as well, but like demographically, majority don't. So when I go there, it's a bit complicated, you know. It's a bit hard for me, and I feel like an alien, you know. Like I don't speak the language. I feel bad because I have to ask them in English, like being an inconvenience. And yeah.
I mean, not really though. You're not an inconvenience though. I mean, do you know how to speak at least like a few Korean phrases?
I don't know.
The only thing I know is 안녕하세요.
I know.
And 사랑해요.
사랑해요.
Yeah.
나도 사랑해요. And 감사합니다.
Yeah,
thank you.
that one. I mean, I understand you because I also been through it when I was in Bangladesh.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Especially, imagine if you're in that kind of situation and you don't speak their language. Like, I mean, even though my father is Bangladeshi,
but
I kind of feel bad for not learning it because, like, I mean, even though, like, I didn't get the chance to learn it from my father, but like, it's even in Malaysia you can see like a lot of like Bangladeshi people, and it's you know, their culture and their language especially to me it's quite special.
Yeah,
So
really unique.
that time when I went there, something happened, and like I was in panic mode, and like they don't know how to speak English. Like
They don't at all.
no, don't know at all.
Do you know at least some of the Bangladeshi words?
Okay, look. I don't know whether I'll pronounce it right, but at least my grandma understand what I'm saying. Baloache? Baloacho? Oh yeah, it's basically like how are you, I guess.
Palacho.
I guess so. My grandma understand what I'm saying, so as long as she understand what I'm saying, that's all. And I can count like from 1 to 10. Like
Right,
du
right.
tin chabat so tot not tos. That's all.
Oh, whoa. No, I'm not Bangladeshi, bro. I'm not here to. I speak English. You speak English?
Yeah,
Alright.
I speak.
All right. Where am I gonna put it?
Okay, so I mean, yeah, but thankfully I have Bangladeshi friends that in Malaysia
That's very
that could
good.
help me. So I have
Yeah.
to call her like, help me with this thing. I can't speak with them. Thank God they could help me.
She's an angel.
Like so like if you want to travel,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a savior if you have if you have like a friend, like let's say if you go to Korea and if you know a Korean friend back then, maybe your
that'll
friend
help
could
you.
help you.
That's so good. Yeah, it's really important to have someone at least that speaks the language. You
That
know?
could help you at least.
Yeah, for me, I'm a bit lucky because when I go to Korea, I have this one local guy who's a Malaysian but also speaks Korean, and I have two of my brothers who also speak Korean.
Oh, your two brothers can speak Korean?
I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you
Yeah,
that.
you didn't
Wow.
tell me. Wait, how they know how to speak Korean?
Well,
Tell me that.
okay, so two of them, they were back then when they were in college or high school. They really loved Korean dramas, variety shows, K-pop, and all that stuff. So what they ended up doing is they learn Korean every day. I always see them like practicing writing Korean in their phones.
Hangul?
Hangul, yeah.
Ah.
And then one of them, I guess fast forward, I didn't really pay attention to that until one of them, I saw like one of them is reading Twitter but in Korean. And I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Ooh. Whoa, so like you know how to why don't you want to learn?
Because, all right, I didn't really have any interest. I was like, if I learn Korean, back then I didn't really have many international friends as I have today. Because I was just a local student, right? All I know is Malaysian friends who's Malay, Chinese, Indian. They all speak Malay or English, right? Majority of them. So I was thinking to myself, why would I need to speak foreign language? Plus, I'm not really motivated to learn so. And so I didn't really have any reason to. So I just ended up not thinking about it that much until I meet a lot of different
Korean friends,
Korean
yeah.
friends, Japanese friends. And now, like, I'm really interested in planning to, like, further my studies in those countries. So that's why now I'm starting to get to, like, learn about all this foreign language and
That's
stuff.
a good thing having foreign friends, you know.
It's a good thing. It makes you
Yeah.
realize something that you really want.
And it makes you want to know more about their
Exactly.
culture and language. I mean, that's how we learn our Korean because we have Korean friends. Shout out to Hannah, Taehyun, and Yelim.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys hearing this. But
Yeah, 3 of them also like help us with our Korean. So
exactly, yeah. And Japanese as well.
yeah.
Can't forget about Daichi and Minori.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Minori, yeah.
Yeah, those are really good friends. It's really good to have a lot of friends from different nations, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because they can help you with a lot. Like, especially if you go to their country,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, they can help you.
Yeah, and if you like want to travel around, they can tell you a sweet spot, you know?
Yeah, maybe like some other people might not know, only they know.
Exactly.
Or like food that you should try.
Important tips as well, advices, you know, what
Yeah.
to do, what not to do, you know?
That's a
From
good
a
thing, you know, having like a foreign friend and all. But not just that. Okay, like if you travel, right? If you want to contact your friend, it's a bit difficult, don't you think? Sometimes.
Well, yeah, it does have that complications, but think about it. Some people don't mind it though, because you know
Yeah.
why? Because when they travel. They
Oh,
will
yeah.
know what's going on. So, the part about like not having a hard time contacting your friend is worth it, I guess. Some people like they don't mind at all because they want to travel around on their own sometimes. But yeah, it's a bit hard to contact if you need to.
Yeah, but like, okay, since we talk about like our experiences in countries and all, right? So like, well, is there any like difficulties other than like language barriers that we have been through? Like, is there any other difficulties that you have faced when you go to like country, like immigration wise or any other?
Well, difficulties. Starting from immigrations, I don't really have any problems. I just pass through. For me, at least, in my experience.
Oh.
And traveling car by car as well. Again, I don't have any problems because I have like transport stations from the countries and places I've been to.
Have you been lost?
The only time I've been lost is at IKEA.
I mean, in Malaysia, IKEA
Malaysia IKEA. Not Swedish. Man, I would go all the way to Sweden just for IKEA. It's really good.
Or try a Swedish meatball.
It's really good.
Really? I never tried the IKEA meatball though.
It tastes like meat.
Look, I am quite skeptical of meatballs, especially. Like, it looks really nice, but like it's just... is it good?
It's good. It's famous for a reason.
Okay, so I'll try.
It's a wholesome meal.
Really?
Try, yeah.
Because there's a jam.
Jam? Yeah. Well, you don't like jams on your meat? No, because it's interesting, When you eat meatballs and mashed potatoes and those veggies, it feels kind of heavy or savory. And the jam really lightens it,
Ah, okay.
It's a good combination.
Oh, okay.
And it's not jam. It's something like special berries from Europe.
Okay, I trust you.
You trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So anyways, we're gonna go for another music break. So we'll be back for another segment.
Yay.
welcome back from our break. This is Rafidah.
And I'm Zam.
So, okay, since we talk about our experiences and countries that, our favorite countries and all, so let's talk about our future plans. Is there any other country that you plan to visit? Like on your list?
On my list?
Yes, spill.
All right, let me bring it out. It's quite long.
Yo, damn. Okay, how long is it come? Okay.
So, first list.
Where is it?
All right. Europe. I really like to go to Europe.
Oh yeah, Europe has a nice building.
I don't know about you, but I'm like a really, really historic guy, a nerd actually.
Okay, so, I can guess it.
Yeah, so like every time there's a historical building, like a really old building, I just touch the walls and I'm like, oh my god.
Okay.
I can hear your stories.
Okay, so you're really like a nerd building guy.
Yeah, because you know why? Like, okay, I'm telling you why it's such a big deal for me. Let's say you are Malaysian, normal Malaysian, Malay, Chinese, Indian, anything.
Okay.
You go to Rome. Let's say Italy, Rome, and you know all about history of the Rome, like this great Roman Empire. These great buildings they built. So you go there. You go to Rome. You go to these historical sites. Let's say the Colosseum, the big circle stadium thing. You know the Colosseum.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like in Rome pictures, there's like this one old stadium. So it's called the Colosseum. It used to be like
I didn't know that it's called Colosseum.
It used to be a theater for the city of Rome.
And
the gladiators fought.
Oh yeah. There's a painting of that, right?
There's a painting as well. There's everything, even a movie about it. So let's say you that as a foreigner, a guy from all the way there, you standing on the site, like where a lot of historical events happened like 1,000 years ago. Like this building is literally from 2,000, 3,000 years old. Right? It's so you take that all in, like, man, so old. I'm like here taking it all in. Yeah. It's very nice. So that's why I really like, that's one of the major things why I have the major feeling whenever I go there.
Like, okay, because since you say that, like, you're really like, appreciate all this thing. Like, how do you appreciate it? Like, what, by taking pictures or how?
Well, I just touch those things, yeah.
Just that, I'm like, okay, I appreciate you, I touch you.
Pictures, of course, definitely take pictures. Right? I want to take pictures, but the way you appreciate is not doing anything at all. You just stand there and just, think about it. Like, think about all the things that happen. Right? Like, give it consideration. Look at that wall. It has a lot of scratches, marks. There's like bullet holes as well if you're in that kind of thing. And that's the way, for me, that's the way to appreciate things. Like, even when you travel anywhere, sure, taking pictures, videos is really nice. All right, it's a good way to show your friends or to keep memories. But the true appreciation, like the way of appreciating things, is just stand there, just living in the moment.
Or respect, yes.
Respect it,
yes.
See the places. It's beautiful. You're not gonna see it because it's, this is your eyes with your own eyes. So. And
also don't vandalize it.
Yeah. But but other than historical buildings, though, I really do like sceneries as well. That's why I like the countries that I plan to visit. Maybe like Switzerland, in South Germany, Austria, north of Italy. I like the Alps, the mountains, the forest. It's calming in a way, but really majestic as well.
Also, you're the kind of guy that actually appreciate all those moments. I'm gonna bring you next time, man. We should go travel, like us as friend group and all.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Yes, man.
I'm not into the city guy. I mean, city is fun. Yeah. But I can have it here at home. But what about you? You have any specifics in mind? What kind of places you want to go?
Okay, look, the thing is, I'm opposite of you. I mean, you like history, and me, sorry to say, I find history kind of boring.
Yes, thanks for coming.
But
Okay.
If let's say I go to like a historical places, obviously I would appreciate because I find it very fascinating. Okay, like the only historical places that I've been is only at Malacca.
Okay.
And so like I really, I actually, when like people explain the history of it, I actually listens because like even though I'm not interested of the history, but it's just I find it so fascinating, like how far it have become.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like all those years. It's so
Yes, it's just like, whoa, you're still surviving. Yeah. So like, I mean, other than going to places for like history and stuff like that, I've been wanting to go one of the country that you have been visited, which is South Korea.
Oh,
I've
it's
been
really
wanting to go there.
It's so nice. It's everything you thought it would be.
Yes, look, I watch K-drama. I am also a K-pop fan, and I ever since I know this Korean.
You know this one drama called Winter Sonata?
No, I haven't seen it. What is it about?
It's like an old drama. It used to be really popular in Korea and in the rest of the world as well. So the famous scene will be like the two couples kissing in like a forest called Nami Island. I've been there, and it was.
How is it? Oh, is it like heaven?
It's like heaven. It's snowing as well. It's a snowfall. I was just sitting.
Oh my gosh, that's like a magical moment.
Yeah, I was just sitting like the tree path, the tall tree path. I was just standing in the middle. I was just looking up. And then snow falling in my eyes.
You went there?
I went there, Nami Island, bro.
Damn.
That's my favorite part.
I'm so jealous of you right now. Really, because of places like that, like I think K-drama or K-pop, like, generally, they make their places so nice to the point where us tourists really want to go there to experience what it is like.
That's the best way to marketing.
And and not just that. Look, I'm a foodie. I normally go to travel is mainly for food.
Oh,
you there for history?
Hey, don't assume, okay? Look at me. I live for food, okay?
Okay.
I want to eat food so bad. You know why I love food so much? It's one of the reasons why I want to go to the US.
Why?
Because now of course you want a cultural food, right? Because the US has like all this.
Is it the gigantic food?
Not giant thick food, but all this famous food I'm watching in the internet, Oregon's favorite sandwich shop or New York's best steak. And I'm like, I want to visit those places.
Oh yeah, because it looks nice.
It looks nice.
So delicious.
And it looks so American that you gotta have it, It's so different, right? Like, you could argue that, McDonald's here. Yeah,
it's different.
It's different, bro.
It's
That's
different.
like Asian burgers.
Because like even if you go to America, Australia, McDonald's, it's different. Their menu is different.
Yeah.
Mainly it's because of the meat, but like it's different.
The food there is different as well. Plus, like America, they have like Mexican and a bit of from Europe as well.
I want to try Mexican food.
I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Mexico.
Yo, same. Like, especially like, okay, look, even though I'm also a foodie, I'm also like, I have a sweet tooth. I love candies. Whoa. And like when I was young, like the candy unboxing videos on YouTube.
Oh my God.
I keep on like encounter all this Mexican candy, and I never like really get to try like the spicy candy and all, but like all this Mexican candy like really like attract me, and I want to try
so
it.
Good, yeah.
And they say it's really good, and I want to try it.
Yo, you like candies, right?
I love candy.
For me, I'm like into the more.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it's like one of the things I really want to eat in Mexico is an authentic birria tacos. You know what it is?
Oh, I've heard that birria tacos.
Let me explain.
Okay, let's explain.
All right, you're gonna be hungry after hearing this.
I am hungry right now.
Yeah, me too. So, okay, first thing, you know what taco is, right?
Yeah.
Soft shell, meat inside, vegetable, salsa. Very good, very nice.
Yes.
But in birria tacos, they take it to the next level. So what they do is, instead of grilling or frying the meat for normal tacos, they put the meat, sometimes lamb, sometimes beef, or even pork, which way, they put it in a stew. They put like special broth.
Oh, is it like the oily kind, that one?
Yeah. And then it's like not oily, but like really juicy.
Yeah.
So the meat just like soften it up, moisten it up in the pot, and then they took the meat, and then they put it aside. So they took the two tortilla,
put on the.
Yeah, they dip inside the.
I saw
the
on TikTok.
Yeah, and they fry it. And then like for the leftover soup, they make it soup. They call it queso. What do you call
But they also make it as a dip too.
Yeah, deep too. So yeah, birria tacos, they fry it, like put oil in it and put some cheese.
Oh my God, Zam, I'm very hungry right now. Oh my, I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube as well.
And it's so good.
Yeah, and they dip the taco.
Oh my gosh! Like many people try to make it, but it's not as easy as it seems. Because people say it takes.
It's quite a while.
Yeah, and it doesn't just take time, but it also has a skill.
The right ingredients.
Yes, yes.
Mexican. I mean, I really want to try Mexican food, but most of the ingredients are like native to South America or Central America.
You can't really find it in Malaysia though.
Not that much, especially in Malaysia. Yeah, but you can find all sorts of Asian things, even like European things. But when it comes to South American or even in Africa, you can't really find the ingredients that they always use.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, Mexican food is mainly like spicy, and bro, I love spicy food. And I think I would love Mexican food. I think that is also one of the reasons why I really love like other culture food, especially South Korean food. Okay, I might sound I'm biased, like, you know, but like, but I love Korean food. Like, even like all the sundubuchi, the bibimbap, and I love it so much. Even like, I guess my family is so tired of me eating Korean food almost every week, and like I spend so much money on Korean food. But like a lot of my Korean friends says that like it's not as authentic in Korea, and I really want to go to Korea to try because it's different. There is like the ajumma flavor.
Oh my god, ajumma!
I want to try the ajumma flavor, bro. I really want to, like, because they say the flavor in Korea is like they don't play. They just throw. It's just nice.
Yeah. Well, your Malaysian accent was really strong when you speak that.
They just throw.
They don't mess around, huh?
They don't. It's like the makcik with nasi lemak and sambal.
Oh my god, that's original, bro. That's original.
Yeah, I think that is the specialty.
That's good. Like, street food. You know, I went in Korea. I went to a street market food, and there's this one old lady that sells bimbap. And I was like, it's bimbap. I mean, how good can it be? Right? It's just rice. But when I eat it, it's so different.
It's like flavorful.
It's like,
it looks bland on the outside, but when you put it in your mouth, it's like flavor town.
Oh my god. Exactly. That's in my head. But in my face, I was just like, normal face. But speaking of food, I know you might disagree or might sound weird when I say this, but in Europe, I actually I really like Western foods, you know, as in like the simple kind. Like, you got your like bangers and mash, you know, like sausages with gravy and mashed potato, and like in Sweden, meatballs with jam and mashed potatoes again, like those two soups. Western cuisine. I really like them, even though they're not as flavorful or like really rich like in most Asian countries or any other countries like Mexico or anything. Sometimes I just prefer to have a simple meal, you know. Not simple as in like simple stuff, but like
simple and flavorful.
Yeah, it's like separate, you know. Like, mashed potatoes, eat it, some steaks.
Oh yeah, I
really like those kind of meal.
I'm not surprised you're gonna say that, even though I kind of expect you to say that.
I will. maybe because
you mentioned it before. When like I think 2 weeks ago when we go out to eat.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Obviously, I remember a lot of things of what my friends said.
Roasted garlic chicken thing?
Yeah. Well, Zam is like a fan of like Western food. So like any girls, like if you want to like, you know, hit him up, okay, go on a date with him. Go like, you know, choose a Western restaurant, okay? So.
All right, let's not go off topic. We're talking about traveling, okay? Okay?
Look, I'm trying to, help you here, okay?
All right, okay. Well, I mean...
Well, okay. Talking about countries that we want to visit, is there any country that you don't want to visit? And why?
Countries that I don't want to visit. There's no specific particular countries, but I can tell you the region.
Okay, sure.
Might sound weird, but I'm going to say it's around Southeast Asia. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Okay. Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, they're all great countries. Very good for tourists.
But
it's all the same to me. I want to go somewhere like really different. The weather is different, the landscape is different, the people are different, and the language is different as well. And when you go to like Thailand or South Africa, of course the language will be different, but like you have that similarities, you know. It feels like the
you mean the culture?
The culture.
The culture is a bit different. Okay,
like
yeah.
I mean like the environment.
Right. You want something new.
Something really new,
like,
outside of the continent.
Like really shock you like that.
Really shock you. I want to go to like in Tanzania and go to safari, you know. I want to like see all these tribes people, like have fun with them.
Oh, you're that kind of person that really want to experience that.
I really want to experience it. I want to go to like, and also I want to go to like those mountains regions.
Yeah, I think you will enjoy countryside.
I will.
Yes, you definitely enjoy.
But I like cities as well. Really interesting.
Really?
But not the Well, not really, but specifically the cities are like European cities, like those old European cities with the traditional buildings and stuff. But in terms of like, one thing I don't really enjoy city, like maybe Dubai or cities that are
You've
really
been to Dubai?
No.
Oh,
like,
you kind of know. Okay, okay.
And for my dad experience, he just said like it's basically Kuala Lumpur but with sand.
And it's a bit hot and all. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a city after all. It's for business. And for tourism on the side.
Yeah.
What about you though? Any countries you hate?
Not see.
You hate Malaysia?
No, I don't. But I don't think there's any other country that I don't want to visit other than, look, I could say the country that I just don't really plan to visit is that like country that's very, very hot, that kind. I cannot.
The weather,
it's like it's so hot.
For us, we really went through that.
Because if it's really, really hot to me, I am not able to actually fully experience it. And sometimes you can get a heat stroke or you can get sick after like that. And I don't want, because of that, I get sick and I cannot get the experience. Because like that happens before, but not in overseas. I mean, like I almost break my bone.
Oh, wow.
I almost break my bone, but it because that one is when I was in hometown, when my in Sarawak. Yeah, I told you before. Yeah, but like I don't mind going to any other. I don't mind going to any other country.
Yeah.
But it's just that as long as like the weather is okay, and also I just hope that the country doesn't face through like tsunami or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That one I don't want to go to countries that actually go through through certain
climate. Yeah, that's understandable, and obviously we hope that it doesn't happen in anywhere else.
Yeah. So like okay, talking about like countries that we don't want to go, and we talk about all this country, right?
Yeah.
Well, if we want to go to like a different country, especially country that we never visit, obviously we need to do planning.
Planning is important. But some people, they just straight ahead and went. They did just buy a flight ticket.
That is the one thing that you should not do.
You know who does that?
Who?
Daichi and Hikaru.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I think they actually do certain research. They do some research.
There is some research.
That one is better than nothing.
Better than nothing, but the bare minimum,
Okay, yeah, but like at least if you want to go, like, okay, look, there's like an advice to people that's like, wanting to travel. Do some research on countries. Don't just go just for the sake of like, okay, I'm going there just for like this and that and this and that. You need to do research, especially culture-wise. Some people, like let's say pointing fingers to us is nothing in Malaysia, or maybe certain country they will find it offensive. There are certain hand gestures they find it offensive.
Research is really important about that country, and know your budget as well. All right, you don't want to be there and then run out of money. It's gonna be a really big problem from you, but it's gonna be a problem for other people as well.
Yes, budget is a big thing. If you want to travel, save money before you travel.
Yeah.
Don't just like you don't just wing it and just go to the country, because honestly speaking, it is not a good way. You won't, because like the first thing you want to do is to enjoy and not to worry much, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to go to a country, bring enough money for you to spend
and go back home as time as possible.
Yes, and not just that, also you need to like know the transportation.
Exactly.
Yes.
You won't go anywhere. There's no point of going to the country if you're just gonna stay at one place.
Yes. And you need to know like there's certain countries that might not like provide buses or might not provide taxis. You need to do certain research on that also.
You need to know how to get there in the first place, ask around other people.
Yeah. And well, not just that also. Like, I mean, if you want to go to the like countries and all this kind of stuff, you need to also do like, let's say if what I meant is like do research on countries. Like if let's say the country is not really good, in a good state, doesn't matter like in terms of like climate change or whatsoever, don't choose to go there, because I scared later if you go to the wrong time something might happen.
I can one of the examples is in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Before the new government, the Taliban took over, the people who were like the foreign people usually like went to take a vacation there. What happens is that when the Taliban took over, they were stuck there. They can't get out because it's all hectic. It's really bad.
Yes.
So in the end, they need like special military people to like take
help
them out
them.
of the country. Yeah. So it was really big inconvenience and risking the lives of others as well. So that's an example. It won't happen. I'm sure it won't happen like that.
Yeah, hopefully.
But that's like one of the examples why you really need to know what's going on in the country.
Not say intense research, but do like at least basic research on certain country that you want to go.
General
if let's say you want to go to like South Korea, then I guess it's okay.
But yeah, look at the.
But
the
if you want to go to countries that is like Afghanistan or go to like any other country that is quite tight,
just make sure you know.
Yeah, especially like country that is quite strict on certain things.
Or quite dangerous.
Do more research, especially like I'm a fan of watching like certain YouTubers.
Okay.
They do like go travel around. Yeah, you can watch that and see if you really really want to go. Watch certain videos and to get to know that country before you go. And so yeah. Do you want to add anything about it?
I'm still thinking about the Afghanistan thing, but not really.
Not really?
That's it for today. Yeah,
That's it.
we pretty much covered most of the things, anyways.
Yeah, so hopefully, if you want to travel in the future, do some research, and and that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
We'll see you in the next one. See ya.
See ya.